Is there a better way to study for exams? When I was growing up, my dad always used to say, we can do this the easy way or we can do this the hard way. It didn't take me very long to realize that the easy way was a lot better. And the same goes with studying for exams. We can do this the easy way or we can do this the hard way. What is the hard way in studying for exams and tests? The hard way is whenever you write a Post-it note and you stick it all around your house. The hard way is whenever you read a chapter of a book and tomorrow you can't remember what you read. The hard way is creating flashcards and just trying to drill it in your memory with rote memorization. There is an easier way to study for exams. Step number 1, get clear on the end goal. Get exactly clear. What is the goal of you studying for this test? Are you wanting to get 90%? Are you wanting to get 80%? Are you wanting to learn something specifically? Exactly what is your goal? When I was training for the 2009 USA Memory Championship, 90 days before the tournament, I wrote out, I will memorize a deck of cards in under 90 seconds. I will memorize a 167-digit number in 5 minutes. I will become the 2009 USA Memory Champion. I wrote out very specific goals. Guess what? I memorized a deck of cards in 87 seconds, under 90 seconds. I memorized exactly a 167-digit number in 5 minutes. And number 3, I became the 2009 USA Memory Champion. I was very clear on my goals, and I wrote them out. Get very clear on what your goal is. Number 2, determine the length of time you should devote to studying. Figure out, look at the information, look at how much there is, and figure out how much time are you going to need to devote to this. And what I mean by that is how much of the information do you already know? Not only that, but what is the difficulty of the information? Do you think you're going to be able to learn it very quickly, or do you think it's going to take some time? And then, of course, the quantity of the information. Once you determine how much time it's going to take you, it's going to make studying so much easier. Number 3, read each chapter at least twice. The first time you read it, just zoom through it and get a feel for it and learn the understanding. The second time you read it, though, read with a pen or read with a highlighter and underline and make notes of the important things so then you can start learning and memorizing those. The first time you read it, you're reading the chapter summary, you're reading the table of contents, you're just kind of pre-reading it and getting an overall feel for it. And in this first stage, this first reading, if you come to something that you don't understand, don't spend too much time trying to figure it out, because it could very well be answered in a later paragraph. The second time you read it, that's when you're underlining and highlighting and you're making notes and you're really trying to remember and memorize the data. Number 4, rewrite what you studied. Get a journal out and write, after you've studied, write down everything that you remember about what you studied. Why? This is an active review. If you just read the paper and then read the paper and then read the paper, that's a passive review. You're not engaging your mind. You can actually trick yourself into thinking that you know the material. I recently memorized the United States Constitution word for word, 4,543 words. When I reviewed, I didn't just keep reading it over and over and over and over and over again. I would turn the Constitution over, say that line, and then see if I was right. I was engaging my brain. Another great way to do it is to write it out. Write out what you're learning. It's going to force you to put it in your own words. Now, when you're doing something like the Constitution, you don't want to put it in your own words. But when you're studying for a test, write it out in your own words. Write it out simply. That's going to engage your brain and help you remember more. Number 5, create a memory system for yourself. Start thinking in pictures. Don't just see your notes, but see it in pictures. See it to memorize it. Create acronyms. The acronym HOMES, H-O-M-E-S, is an acronym to memorize the Great Lakes: Huron, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, Superior. Now, the word homes helps you memorize the Great Lakes, but I would take it one step further. Imagine a home now floating in the Great Lakes. So you're taking the acronym and attaching it to what it means, the Great Lakes. That's going to make the image more strong in your memory, and it's going to give you a connection there. But learn to think in pictures, learn in memory systems. What if you can't create an acronym for everything you want to recall? Well, you can't. That's why I like the Mind Palace. I have a link down below in the description about my Black Belt Memory course that tells you about the Mind Palace. They even have a free gift for you if you enter your email address. Number 6, dwell on what you have studied. This is what I want you to do. Read it once, skim through. Read it twice with a highlighter. Then after you've done that, On the second read through, you try to memorize it with the memory system. Then you write out how much you remember. Then the next thing that you do is you dwell on it. You get in your car and you go for a drive and you just think about what you studied. You just sit there and you close your books and you go sit out by the lake or sit out in the park and you think about what you studied. You dwell on it. You think about its meaning. You debate it in your brain. When I memorized the Constitution the first time, last year, I didn't dwell on it. I just memorized a series of 4,500 words, and I didn't think about it ever again, and it faded from my memory. I wanted to redo it this year, but I wanted to do it differently. I looked at the sentence, I memorized it, and then I closed the Constitution, and I thought, what does this mean? What are they trying to say? And by dwelling on it, it cemented it better in my memory, and I understood it better. That helps my understanding, but it also helps my memory. Number 7, eliminate distractions. It's one of the worst things for studying. I recently made a promise to myself to not look at my cell phone after 7 p.m. and not look at my phone on the weekends. Why? Because I'm not good at multitasking and you're not good at multitasking. Try this exercise. Write out the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then write out the sentence, I am great at multitasking. I can do it fast. See how long it takes you to write both of those sentences out, or both of those phrases out. Then mix them together. Write the number 1 and write out am. The number 2, great. The number 3, at. The number 4, multitasking. And you start mixing those together, I think you're going to find that it's going to take you longer. Why? The brain can always move faster and be more efficient when it's single-minded focused. Guys, there are smarter ways to study and there are harder ways to study. There is the easy way and there is the hard way. These are just some of my points. You let me know what are some of the easy ways and the hard ways to study down below. What did I leave out here? If you want to get my memory course, click the link below. Check out my Black Belt memory course. If you're really serious about improving your memory, it's the next best step that you need to take. I have a free PDF with 3 tips, 3 secrets that I learned about in memory. Click the link down below. Enter your email address. You will get that. Give me a thumbs up if you like this. I really appreciate all the subscribes, comments. I try to engage as much as I can. I'll see you on the next video.